Hi friend, we have just completed the last week of our declutter challenge. If you are watching this after we have started, don't worry. The free declutter challenge calendar and guide are in my freebie library, so you can grab it now and start today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and comment below anything you find helpful or any requests you may have. In this video here, I shared all about the 4 approaches to decluttering your home based on the level of clutter that you have, so that you can finally effectively declutter your home. I also shared 4 free resources to help get you through the process there. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already. That way you will start your decluttering journey strong and finally attain an organized home. My first tip for keeping your kitchen clutter-free is to get rid of the duplicates, especially your cooking utensils that are cluttering up your drawers. You typically only need 1 spatula, and it will probably last a very long time, if not forever. And if anything does happen to it, they're always available at the store. This leads me to my next tip, which is to get out of the just-in-case mindset. For anything that is easily replaceable in your home, remove the duplicate and the items collecting dust because they are cluttering up your spaces and making it difficult for you to access the things that you actually do use. For example, you know what cookware you always cook with and what small appliances you use and don't use. Purge the ones collecting dust, especially those small appliances that you haven't used within the last year. My third tip is to have systems in place. I will go into more detail about how to set up systems that work specifically for your organizing style when we do our in-depth organizing challenge next month, so stay tuned for that. An example of how to set up an organized system is to designate a cabinet or drawer for your food storage containers. So you'll either store your containers with all of the lids attached, or you will organize your lids separately and nest the containers. If you haven't had a system in place for your food storage containers so far, you will probably have lids lost in the backs of cabinets and drawers. So having organized systems in place prevents the lids from getting lost again. My fourth tip is to get in the habit of putting things right back where they belong. Always tell yourself, don't put it down, put it away. To clarify what this truly means regarding organization is that you won't just put something away by putting it away in a closet or a cabinet or the garage or wherever else you hide your clutter. You must get in the habit of putting things away where they belong. And that happens when you have organized systems in place, which I shared in my previous tip. And creating organized systems works best once you've gotten rid of the clutter, which is what we are doing with our declutter challenge now and our organizing challenge next. For an example of how to set up an organized system in your kitchen, to get your family in the habit of putting small appliances back where they belong, use large labels which they can't miss, like these for these small appliances. Because the labels are clear and unmissable with the combination of each item being contained in the bin, your household has no excuse but to put these back where they belong. My fifth tip is to practice the 1 in, 1 out rule. For an example of how to practice this rule, let's take a look at your dinnerware and serving dishes. You know the dishes you always use and the ones that haven't budged and are collecting dust. And if you're one who likes to host dinners and parties, you might have collected a lot of beautiful serving dishes over the years. If your kitchen is overflowing with these items and they no longer fit within your cabinets or pantry, it's time to pare down. The best way to do this is to choose a designated area in your kitchen, whether it be a few kitchen cabinets or shelves in your pantry, where you allow yourself to keep only what fits in these spaces. This will help to keep you from overrunning your spaces again. Plus a young couple or family who would be glad to take the excess off of your hands. To maintain your spaces, you can do the 1 in, 1 out rule from now on. If you find a beautiful new dish and are contemplating if it's worth purchasing it, you will have to think of which item you already have that you are willing to part with to make space for the new item. In most cases, you will likely decide not to get the new item, which 1, saves you money, and 2, this finally teaches you to stop accumulating things that are overrunning your spaces. My 6th tip is to evaluate your spaces regularly, especially your utensils, plates, containers, and cups. We all grow. Literally, our kids outgrow baby spoons and sippy cups. So we need to purge those items as soon as the kids graduate to new phases and stages. We also all change our lifestyles and habits. I noticed that a lot of households tend to collect a lot of travel cups, whether they're for hot or cold drinks. We only need 1 of each type for each person. I understand that we might need different travel cups or mugs for different purposes, like taking coffee to work or a special water container for hiking. The travel cup and mug clutter I'm referring to, however, is the collection of cute Starbucks cups or those free promotional travel cups and mugs that you probably got at a work event or some kind of promo event. And then regular mugs can be a source of clutter too. And you know who you are. You know you have way too many mugs, and you know which ones you always use, so it's time to purge the rest. Don't forget, if you haven't already, you can still grab my Declutter Challenge calendar and guide full of tips and tricks on how to decide what to declutter, what quantities of items make sense to keep, and how to donate the items you declutter. The link is below. In my next video, I will be sharing about the 6 different organizing styles to help get you ready for our in-depth organizing challenge so that you can finally set up organized systems that work for you and your household. So be sure to subscribe, give this video a like, and comment below anything you might struggle with decluttering or organizing, and feel free to share this with anyone you think might want to join the decluttering and organizing challenge. Happy organizing!